to this week's NIM community call. This is a very special episode. It's not going to be as well produced as usual because, as you will learn in a second, I was pretty busy upcoming events. But before I go into that, I have to give up the big secret of this episode already, which makes it special, which is the fact that the two participants who are here both as a like a separate camera feed and also also in the same room, are both with me actually. So the reason for that is because I am here in Almaty, Kazakhstan, hosted by our beautiful Uncle Lem, who everybody, I guess, who is attending this call already knows. He's one of the, I can call him an OG of the NIB community. He's been around for quite some time. And actually, through his awesome work, we were invited as partners for the Crackit business case solving competition organized by like Almaty, Kazakhstan universities. So we're going to be the partners of that, and that event is tomorrow. So that brings me here to Kazakhstan. And of course, also, I have with me another guest today who's going to be the meat and potatoes of this call, who's Dimash. How's it going? Introduce yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Big thanks to the legends from NIM for inviting me to speak on the community call. Yeah, this is actually my first speaking in English to a large audience, so I really appreciate the opportunity. I'm cybersecurity leader in Almaty, where I organize hacker meetups, bring people together. So being invited to share my work with the NIM community really means a lot to me. So I'm OSINT and blockchain investigator.
So OSINT, for those of you who don't know, is open source intelligence, which I think it's for me personally, it's a very, very interesting field of, I would say, maybe cybersecurity or research. I don't even know which one, but you can maybe say a few words in your presentation. So ladies and gentlemen, how this is going to go today is that Dimash is going to give us a presentation about Canary Tokens, which is a very interesting topic, not tradable, as we learned. You will find out. Canary Tokens, and after that we're going to be just doing a Q&A, so nothing else is planned for today. It's going to be a pretty lean call, so already as usual you can leave your questions in the YouTube chat, or if you don't want to compromise your privacy, you can also leave them on the NIM matrix server, and we're going to pick them up from there as well. So without further ado, I'll pass the mic to Dimash, and let's learn about Canary Tokens. Unmute yourself, and I'm going to mute myself, and then
presentation.
Yeah.
Today I want to talk about Canary tokens and why such a simple idea can be very useful in cybersecurity. In simple words, there are fake secrets or fake objects that work like traps, and if somebody touches them, we get a signal. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dinmukhammed. As I already said, I am a OSINT analyst. Now I'm studying cyber threats to detect and prevent digital attacks. Yeah. Why you should spend time on this? Because today, secrets are one of the most valuable things in cybersecurity. Passwords, API keys, tokens, links, private files, all of this can be used by attackers. Very often, they do not need to break system in a loud way. They just need to find something useful that was left somewhere. Let's talk about what are the Canary tokens. A Canary token is a digital trap. It can look like an API key if it's not used in real work. Its only purpose is detection. If an attacker opens it or uses it, the system sends an alert. So the idea is simple: fake secret and a real signal. The word canary comes from coal mining. In the past, miners brought canaries into mines, and because the birds reacted to toxic gas earlier than people. And if something happened to the canary, it was a warning that the environment had become dangerous. In cybersecurity, the idea is very similar. A canary token is an early warning sign. And it tells us then
that someone has touched something they were never supposed to touch. Let's talk about types of Canary tokens. Canary tokens come in many forms. They can be cloud keys, QR codes, files, links, documents, and so on. That is one of the biggest strengths. They are flexible, and you can adapt them to different systems and different attacks and different attack scenarios. Yeah, how it works in 3 steps. The logic is very simple. First, we create a fake object, for example, a fake key or file. Second, we place it somewhere an attacker may find it. Third, if they use it, we will receive an alert in CM, Slack, or email. Plan the bait, wait for interaction, and get the signal. Yeah. Problem and threats. This is the problem Canary tokens help with. Attackers often search for leak keys, IP secrets, old configs, and weak points in CI/CD. Some attacks also stay hidden for a long time, and in some cases, the threat is not only external; it can also be insider. So we need something that help us notice suspicious behavior early, before real damage happens. Canary tokens give us strong benefits. Yeah. First is early detection. The trap is triggered before the attacker reaches real data. Second, it's high signal quality. What I want to say, it's normal users shouldn't touch these objects. So alerts are usually meaningful. Third, the alert comes with useful details like time, IP address, or token name. So in a way, the attacker appears with a small password. Yeah. Of course, Canary tokens are not magic. Sometimes scanners may trigger them. A skilled attacker may recognize the trap or delete it. So this is not a replacement for all security tools, but it's an extra layer that work best together with other controls. And today I will show you case with Grafana Labs. Grafana Labs is a well-known company with a lot of DevOps environment. They use GitHub Actions, containers, Terraform, and many internal services here. This makes them a good example of how Canary tokens work in a real corporate setup. So, in this case, one of the Canary tokens was triggered. The issue was connected to a vulnerable GitHub action. The attacker forked the repository, injected code, extracted environment variables. After that, Grafana reacted quickly. They disabled the workflow, rotated keys, and checked logs. So the environment variable that was extracted was a Canary token, yeah, and the token didn't stop the incident by itself, but it helped the defenders react much faster. So the engineers from Grafana Labs said that hours of triage makes it seconds to detect. Yeah. Let's talk about Canary tokens in attack. The second example is Muddy Water. This is threat group often linked to attacks on governments, companies, and institutions. Then I think I lost connection.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. You're back, I think.
This threat group often linked to attacks on governments, companies, and institutions. They're known for phishing scripts and malicious documents. This case shows why it's useful to monitor early interaction with suspicious files and scripts. The slide shows an important idea. Attackers often try to understand where their code is running. In a sandbox or on a real machine, they may use several stages before the final payload is launched. So if we place traps inside the chain, we may detect them before the full attack starts. So in the first case, we see that Canary Tokens was placed in sandbox, and often in sandbox there is only one. There is only there is only one chance to do the pros. I forgot. Only one chance. I forgot. Request. Yeah, request. Only one chance to do request to the to the host. Yeah, and then Sandbox blocked it. What about real host? The real host gave us two requests, and then only if two requests are available, payload is running. So it's a pseudocode that is shows us script. Yeah. The logic is the script contains the token URL more than once. If the behavior looks normal for the attacker, it may continue to the payload. If not, it may stop. The key point is that the token is hidden inside the process, so even running the script can give us the signal. Now let us move to the practical side. The first step is choosing what kind of token we want to create. You need to go to canarytoken.org, yeah, and token we want to create, document. So the choice where we want to place the trap. The next step is configuration. We decide what token should look like and where alerts should go. At this stage, it's important to make it believable. If it looks too fake, an attacker may ignore it. Connection. So, and after that, we connect to the token to our notification channel. For example, alerts can go to email. This is important because the token is only useful if someone actually sees the signal quickly. A good rep with a bad alert pass is still a weak setup. Let's talk about token distribution architecture. So the slide shows where a Canary token can be placed on endpoints, in config registers, or hidden folders in repositories, for example, private repos, in CI/CD, cloud, and network layers too. So the idea is not to place them randomly, but to place them where attackers are likely to search. There are three simple rules here. So the first is naturalness. The token should look normal in the environment. The second is grouping. Tokens should be organized in clusters, so it's easier to understand where activity happened. Third, it's alert routing, so the signal must go to the right people without delay. Let's talk about a person as infrastructure. This is one of the most interesting parts of the talk. Canary talks are not only limited to servers, repos, or cloud systems. they can also be used around a person, their accounts, documents, desk, or devices. Yeah. So in a way, human can be also be part of infrastructure. For example, imagine an old account with a token inside it. If that token suddenly triggers, it may mean that somebody is watching, checking all data, or trying to collect information about the person. So here the token becomes not only a cyber defense tool, but also a way to notice some suspicious activity on your old account. Yeah, maybe it's recon. Yeah, so that makes the idea much more personal and much more real. The second is the QR code on paper. This example moves into a physical world. Imagine a QR code on a paper that nobody should scan, maybe on the work in the work place here. If it's scanned, that means somebody went through your desk and or touched it, something they shouldn't touch. So even a piece of paper can become a small sensor of suspicious curiosity. Yeah. And here is one more example. A file on a USB drive or in a folder looks interesting, but it's actually just a trap. If somebody opens it and that someone inside offline became too curious, this can help detect insider behavior or unauthorized access very early. So to sum up, Canary tokens are simple, flexible, and practical. They don't replace all security tools, but they give defenders something very valuable, early signal. Sometimes one fake secret can tell us more, yeah, than false positive alerts. Yeah. Thank you. I'll be happy to answer your questions.
All right. All right. Now for this one, I think maybe for the Q&A, it's best if you guys sit next to me so we can be on the same camera. No?
Yeah, let's try.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do.
No need for the laptop. Hopefully we can yeah. And then here.
We're not that fat.
Yeah, exactly. Not yet, but working. He's working on it. He can't.
I'm doing all my best.
All right, so I'm gonna have to lean in to read them. We have a few questions. By the way, you can also ask questions from myself or especially Lem, who I guess a lot of people are seeing for the first time. You doxed yourself for real now.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a final way. All right, so first question is from Rocio, which is to you, Dimash. Are you already part of a NIM squad? First of all, do you even know what a NIM squad is?
No, not really. NIM squad in your team?
No. So in the community, you remember we talked yesterday about the NIM Squad League, our grants program.
Yeah, I'm going to be part of a NIM squad here. Maybe
Awesome.
in some months yet.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to invite him to join their squad, then we can leave your contact in the NIM Telegram chat. But basically, we've just introduced Dimash to NSL yesterday. It was my first meeting with him, which brings actually him here to this call to talk about Canary tokens. So yeah, he said he would be interested to build stuff. He's a hacker, so I would think.
Yeah, he actually have some ideas already, and we're gonna discuss them a little bit later after
Yeah.
the call.
Okay, cool. Before we go on with the questions, though,
Okay.
I'm sorry, the elephant in the room. Lev.
Yeah.
You
I'm
have
waiting.
to-
No worries.
You have to introduce yourself because
Okay. Hey everyone. As it's already mentioned many times, I'm Uncle Lem. Finally, I want to say hello to all the Nimsters and not only Nimsters, who whatever is here. I finally made it on our weekly on our weekly community call, and more important, I made Sudo come here, which is like amazing. I'm incredibly happy about it, and I wish he's too. Honestly, I think we're having a pretty good time here. And I've been meaning to thank you all for being here, and a special thanks to the NIM for making it possible for all of us to communicate like that, to do some stuff like that, to do some very cool apps, to do some very cool events all over the world, all together, and making privacy great again. Thanks everyone for coming here and support. I think we have a lot of in front of us waiting for us.
Exactly, and also likewise too. It's a real experience to finally meet this person who I've been hanging out with online for 4 years, to actually be able to attach a face to the Knicks online. So it's pretty crazy. And also, I have to tell you, if you ever come to Kazakhstan, make sure to contact this guy, because he's the best host there is ever. So he's, even if we're not together, he's sending me texts. Did you already eat? Go to this place. They have very good food. But otherwise, when we are together, he has to feed me and has to look after me. It's not an option. I can't even say no. So very good hosting friend. All right, on with the questions. Next one is from NFT. I guess this is also for you, Dimash. Was there any real example when it was working on your examples? Wait, I don't understand.
Maybe a real case.
Yeah,
real case.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there was there are a lot of investigation world, a lot of investigations that come through maybe HRs, they're doing a lot of investigations, and of course I have these traps in my own accounts, and for it's for security reasons, and I think a year ago I received 2 notifications when I go through the interview, in Meta, okay, and because I didn't receive anything for around maybe 2 years from these accounts, and now and a year ago, when I'm going through the Meta interview, I received it, and it was like, wow, you found it, and because there was no my name, account named Apple iPadovich, and I don't know how they find it, and it works. I think it works.
Okay, you can narrate something.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the question, NFT. You're new here. I'm guessing maybe he's from your community. No, I don't think I've seen.
He was speaking in Russian, so maybe he's from community of.
Either way,
Dimash.
welcome. Hopefully you'll stick around. Thanks for the question. Moving on to the next one. This is from Anderson. How can we keep safe from those attackers?
Those attackers.
I'm not sure which attackers they are referring to.
Maybe I think the easiest way to keep your personal data is to
use them. First
to use them. Yeah. The first step is I think check your accounts, your passwords in large breaches. There is a have I been pwned?
Have I been pawned? Actually, we can maybe drop this in the chat. Why is the camera skipping Uncle Lam?
It's fun.
It being pawned. Go on.
The second way is to not to share all your personal data, and not to share your seed passwords, seed phrases. So don't share everything in the internet, and that's all. I think it's I think that's all. don't share everything on the internet.
Don't share everything on the internet.
And go through the phishing links.
Okay. Maybe next time we can do a little presentation on how to spot phishing,
Yeah.
but that's beyond the scope of this chat. Thanks for the question, Anderson. Next one is from Jason. Thanks for the question. Where do you hide your Canary tokens?
I hide. I will not talk about my Canary tokens here, but as I already said, you may hide it everywhere. Yeah, starting from your personal account, ending by your USB driver, because maybe your family use your laptop and open your folder with passwords. Yeah, so if it's fake and you know it's fake, and if it sends
Yes. Would it be at the most unsafe places what you can think about? Like,
yeah,
what you care about, you just put the Canary token, right?
yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's like this, and it is one thing. It must look like a real folder, real secret. Yeah.
Cool. All right, now you know how
So
to how
it's not for traffic stuff, but like in folders,
kind of is. But it's a bit like covered traffic, although covered traffic doesn't,
so it's kind of covered traffic 2.0.
yeah.
Cool.
The one thing that I must mention, Canary tokens that is publicly available. As I mentioned, canarytokens.org. You can create them, but here, attackers, yeah, we know it because it is sending the message that is hiding in the data, metadata, is easy to read, and attacker will just not show it. Yeah, will just not open this file or anything else. Yeah, that contains canarytoken.org. And you must just use Python. Yeah, use your ChatGPT, and you can do it by yourself. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I left a link to canarytokens.org in the chat. If you're further interested, you can check it out. Big thanks for the question, Jason. Next one is from Azana Braza. And the question is, if I use NIM, will my Canary token still see the real IP of an attacker, or will the mixed-net hide it?
No. If you use the NIM, Canary token will not see your real IP. Yeah, because of the strengths of NIM. Yeah. Yesterday I listened about I listened about 5 gates. Yeah, 5 gates of the NIM. It's
5 hops.
5 hops. Yeah, 5 hops. Yeah, and I think it's not traceable. Yeah. So if you use NIM, I think no one will find you.
Okay, cool. So if I want to trigger your Canary token, I should do it via NIM, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Now we know. Thanks for the question, Azana Breza. Yeah. Say that fast 5 times. Next one is also from Rocio. To you, Uncle M. You're a big part of the community. What do you like most about NIM? Has to be me. Say
Yeah, just on the second place after the Sudo. It's the idea of it, basically. I mean, just as many of people in the beginning of NIM, like in 2021 or something like that. Yeah, 2021. I've been in testnet, and at that time, I just came for like as many of you guys maybe, like I came just for tokens, and nothing else. I was like, okay, let's do this testnet and see how much it will give to me. But then slowly I read, learn, ask stupid questions, and do all this stuff. I figured out that shit, this is fucking cool. Sorry if the kids are watching. So
Hopefully not. But it's a family friendly show, so Uncle Lem, no big no, don't swear here.
and I've been very like surprised of the technology. I really loved it. And then we have this beautiful community. It's happily it's growing, becoming bigger and bigger. Some people do their stuff and leave, but in general, the I just believe that such a good idea cannot unite not good people. That's what I think. That's why I'm really, really happy to be one of that people.
Awesome. And he said me first, so I'm happy with that answer. He can stay. We're not banning you from Telegram yet. But thanks for the question.
Did Rocio said something wrong to you? That's why she's banned?
No. I think if I understand correctly, Rocio's
I
Telegram
know,
account is
I know,
banned, which is
that's-
really sad.
That's just joke.
If you're just banned from the NIM Telegram for some reason, Rocio, then make sure to let us know. Obviously, we'll undo it. But I think it's her
Telegram,
account,
it's
which is
Telegram, yeah.
which is a bummer. Sorry to hear that. All right, next one is Papu, old friend. Haven't seen you in a while. Is it possible to add a Canary token to my crypto wallet so I get an alert if someone logs in?
I think everything is possible, but I don't know any examples of adding Canary token to a crypto wallet. Yeah.
So I think that as far as I understood from your lecture is that the easiest way to do that is to have the shortcut of your wallet, desktop wallet in the folder and put the Canary token just before that folder, right? So you can, I'm not sure that it's possible to put the Canary token in the app exactly, but you can put it in the folder before that app. And that could work, right?
Everything is big in it.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Maybe that's how. All right. Thanks for the question, Papu. Next up is also for Rocio. She's on fire today. Question: are Canary tokens open source? Can you share the repository?
Yeah, Canary token is open source, as I already said. CanaryTokens.org. Yeah.
Check out we dropped the link. Maybe I'll send it again. Canary token. Yeah. Tokens. Okay, not token or tokens.
Canary tokens. Yeah.
Tokens. Okay, cool. So you can see the link on screen right now, and you can check it out. It is open source. Sounds like a pretty cool project, by the way. All right.
Don't read that one. Read the last. You go.
This one.
Yeah, read it later.
Okay. Okay.
It's for me.
So next question is from Ginny. Thanks for the question. How did you find NIM, Lem?
I found it from the Nodes Guru website.
Mhm.
They've been partnering with NIM at the very beginning, and I think they're supporting it slightly still.
Yeah.
So I just found it from the Nodes Group. That's it. Pretty much.
In the testnet phase. That was a while back now. I feel old. It was a long time ago. Thanks for the question, Ginny. Okay, next up is from Anderson. The question is, can you launch a tutorial for how to create and use Canary tokens? Do you already have a tutorial of some kind?
But I can do it in 2 days. Yeah.
Mhm.
I can
Okay.
launch it.
So
I can send it in chat.
Awesome.
Dimash is in NIM chat now, so probably in a couple of days, as he promised, he will drop some tutorial. Anderson.
Okay, cool. In Telegram, right?
Yeah, in Telegram.
Okay, once he drops it, we'll pin it, and then you guys can check it out, and you can create your own Canary tokens. Thanks for the question. Thanks for the answer. Next up is from Rocio. Two geniuses like Uncle Lem and Sudo together are surely thinking of great things for the community. Any alpha? Do you have any alpha? I can't speak without my lawyer being present.
Yeah, actually, we have. I think we will need I think we will need the hooks for that alpha. Bump already know that, but We cannot share it still.
We can't.
Yeah.
Should we not?
No.
Maybe something about it. We can just say.
Tease. There will hopefully, if we do everything right, there will be a very cool and easy way to buy a subscription of NIM for CIS region.
Exactly, and for anyone basically, but yeah, a cool new way to buy an VPN subscription. Let's leave it at that and stay tuned for updates. Just one.
I can answer it.
All right, next question is from Rimimi J. Question is, Kazakhstan is increasing surveillance and censorship on the internet too, or is Kazakhstan increasing surveillance and censorship on the internet too? Seems like it's trending everywhere now.
I would say yes. As you said, it's trending everywhere now. So its trends are here too. But since our country is kind of very crypto friendly and tech friendly, it's in our people will to make it like a proper surveillance, like good surveillance.
What's that? What is good surveillance like?
Uncle. Well, the things that you wrote in the interview, like that it should be for real criminals and should let the simple people live their own life like without it. So we probably can make it. When we will, you never know how it's gonna be in next years, but we just have a hope that we are the good case.
I mean, so for context, what I said in a recent interview I gave to a Kazakhstani outlet, which is Blue Screen, right?
Yep.
Bluescreen.kz. Maybe I can drop a link once it's published. I can drop a link to the chat in case you want to read it. Is that surveillance is something that states need to do, right? You gotta be able to fight crime. So targeted surveillance of a specific person is fine, right? I mean, there should be some legal way, given a warrant or something, to be able to surveil a specific person, a specific criminal. Obviously, the line, which we're also towing here at NIM very strongly, is when you do mass surveillance, right? You want to do surveillance of everybody at all times, so that you, in some cases, sometimes you maybe catch a criminal, right? That's the big problem. That's the big trend these days, and that is the bad type of surveillance. Is what Lem was referring to. I hope you can maybe be the only country in the world, basically, which only does the good surveillance. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Thanks for the question. And I think this one is the only one left.
Yeah, the last.
Sudo, have you tried like bash bar yet? Have I tried it? Which one was that?
Thursday.
For the first day. Oh, it was that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I did. It was mandatory. He didn't let me not try it. It was actually pretty good. I'll tell you guys a secret. Lem doesn't really like Kazakh cuisine. He's a big foodie, but he's not a big fan of Kazakh cuisine. But I actually like it. It's nice and simple. It's salt and pepper, bunch of meat, and that's basically it.
I'm more spicy food lover, so
I mean, obviously, if I get to choose, I also choose the spicy stuff. But I have nothing against the Kazakh cuisine. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. All right, let's see if we have any more on-start questions. Actually, we do have a few. Wait a second.
Oh, there is some questions from from Bikram.
Yes. Wait.
Hey, what's up, Bikram?
Hey, Bikram, good to see you. All right, let's get back to the pin and let's answer
No,
these.
there was a question for me. He wrote.
Yeah, here, right? Wait. No, this was the next one from
Return. Get back.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, here it is. Question from Bikram. My friend Uncle, are you a follower of Confucius? Sorry. You are looking exactly like him. I guess actually that's a good point. You do look like Confucius a lot.
I do look like Lenin a lot.
True. He's actually a mix of both. I have to say.
Confucius, Lenin, but no, I'm not a follower of him. Like I'm more about Stoicism.
Nice one. Stoicism is awesome. Isn't the
Anarchistic stoicism.
yeah?
Anarchist.
What is anarchistic stoicism?
It's just something that I created right now. But basically, I sympathize in anarchism,
Mhm.
but not that anarchism which is pop culture gave us with this stupid science and punks and stuff. The proper,
Like Harry?
maybe, yeah, yeah. So, and stoicism as I think many men in the world are stoics. They just don't know it. They just live like stoics. So I'm one of them.
Yeah, stoicism is cool. Stoicism is cool. Now, I just something came to mind. I wonder if wait, is it Confucian? I'm just wondering, is it this? Ah, okay, yeah. The Confucius's trap is it just came to mind. Basically, the Confucius's trap is when there is a leading power, like a dominant power, and another power, like a country, basically, becomes equally powerful. Then the trap says that in more ways than one, or like in most cases, there will be a war when one power overtakes another in terms of how powerful they are. And this is actually playing out now in the real world. We'll see if the Confucius's trap is a real thing or not, because actually one power these days is overtaking another great power. So interesting times. All right, sorry, random tangent. Thanks for the question, Bikram. Next one is
Again from him.
it's this one, right?
Uncle.
No, actually, this was the first one from Rocio before. So Rocio is asking, how do you survive censorship and surveillance? I will leave this one to you guys.
How do we survive censorship and surveillance?
Yeah. Any thoughts on that, Dimash?
I think I will answer this question. So no,
Okay.
it's okay.
So I can't answer on it because I just like the surveillance. What do you call surveillance? Is that about cameras on the street? I can't do nothing with that, as the Stoics philosophy says. Like, if you can't do nothing with that, you whatever, you just live with it. So it's my option to not walk on that streets if I don't want to be on that cameras. But it's for my good here. I don't think it's bad, because we are Asians are pretty mad. If there was no cameras, there would be some victims. Might be like maybe 10 years ago, it wasn't that safe to be in some areas here, and with them, it's much safer now. Censorship also. Um, I don't really think that we do have like very big troubles with that.
Censorship.
Yep, with that. There is a thing that you cannot say it, or it's not so good to say publicly, but we're far, far from Russia, for example. We're far from that. And but like we're not that much worse than any other country in the world, which is considered as good one. That's it. Like, and we're very far from any bad country. Right?
It's the same thing. Yeah.
So my quick thought is that it's very, in most cases, it's very easy to survive these things. They're not that's a little bit the problem with the whole like boiling the frog slowly type of situation, right? It's very easy to survive them because um they're not immediately attacking you in any radical way, right? So it usually just happens slowly. It's more the distortion of society in a longer time frame that happens, which is why censorship and surveillance are not great, and we should have as little of it as possible. Thanks for the question, Rocio. Next up is also from Bikram. Are you guys hosting live from Kazakh or Sudo's house?
No, we are actually in co-working, which I'm here for the first time. Dimash suggested it, and looks pretty dope.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. It's a co-working space. We just rented this, this little office here for the call, and it's a very cool spot. And we are in Kazakhstan. Yeah, we're in Almaty, Kazakhstan. And fun fact, by the way, in Hungarian and Kazakh, there are bunch of connections. I'm Hungarian. There's a bunch of connections between the two countries, like old historical connections. And Alma means the same thing, which is apple in both languages. And Almaty is the place with many apples, right? That's the name of the city.
Yeah.
And I've been told that apples here are very, very good, and I should try them, but I haven't yet. So I will still have to eat an apple.
Yeah, soon. So Sudo is not Hungarian anymore, but he don't know it. He's a Kazakh now.
Actually,
Historically.
it's weird. I feel a bit in a strange way at home here, even though it's very far from the country. It's strange. Probably it's also down to your hospitality.
And he's not joking about that fact about Hungarians and Kazakhs. You guys can look on it on the internet by yourself, and you'll be surprised. Like Magyars, there was a tribe called Magyars, and both Kazakhs and Hungarians know them.
Yeah, and then our country is Magyarország, actually. All right, now you know. Lots of interesting tangents today.
I don't know what that.
This one,
no, don't know what that about.
Okay, let's ask regardless. Maybe we can figure it out together. So Jadrian Ju, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry, I butchered it probably. Thoughts on creating account managers? I'm going to show anyone and everyone. I'm not going to make any money, but he'll be so rich. I'm not sure what you mean. This is a riddle. Anyways, maybe you can expand on the question a little bit in the chat, and for the time being, we'll move on to the next one, which is also from Anderson. What do you think about age verification that is being adopted for many apps due to legal issues in many countries? All right, I'll start this one.
Yeah, that's a general question for you.
Yeah, age verification is not great. I personally believe that it could be done well with zero knowledge proofs, for example. As you know, NIM, for example, is using zero knowledge proofs for credentials, right? So when you buy a NIM VPN subscription, then you actually buy the zero knowledge proof of the fact that you have this many gigabytes left to use on the network, and it doesn't disclose anything about you other than that, right? So that would be a good way of doing age verification. I can, in theory, get behind some parts of the argument there, but I see it as one of the many ways, just like the proposed chat control in the EU, which we mentioned many times on these community calls, a lot of other pushes towards this direction, which sort of hides something pretty dystopian under some disguise, which anybody could get behind, right? So, for example, in Discord's case, let's talk about the recent big waves that Discord age verification caused. Obviously, a bunch of things happen on Discord which minors, children should not have access to, right? Like adult content and whatnot. And you can just in general, you can get behind the idea of let's make sure that children don't view this kind of stuff. But then of course. Discord then came out and explained that actually we already know how old you are, so it's not a problem. We're not going to collect your ID, which I think is even worse than in some ways than collecting your ID. But the general idea is to find something that is relatable to everyone, and then talk something that is deeply dystopian under it, right? So if there are going to be more and more ways in which we tie internet use, or maybe there's just the use of certain applications to government ID, that is a big problem that goes against the fundamental principles of the internet. The internet should be fundamentally anonymous, and I just disagree with that, right? I feel like this is why Discord did it is just a future-looking compliance. They probably know, and we all know and see that these regulations and laws are coming everywhere, right? I'm kind of worried about it. I wish they would ask NIM, to create these age verification systems. We could probably do something pretty dope with zero knowledge credentials. There could be other, like, there are so many excellent projects in the ZK zero knowledge space. Probably there could be various ways of doing this, but my sense is that it probably age verification is not what it's ultimately about. It's more about like increasing control on the internet, which is very scary to me. So yeah, my thoughts are definitely not positive. Sorry guys, I rented a long.
Yeah, you
And
just
anything to
nailed
that?
it. You nailed it.
Okay, cool. And also, you don't fit. I'm going to push it even further. Yeah, that's better. I should get a wider camera for these. Okay, thanks for the question, Henderson. Next up is also from Rocio.
It's for you.
Is chat control overwhelmed? What should we expect now? By overwhelmed, I think you mean overturned. And yes, so chat control went away. I think it was proposed 3 times now in the EU. But all 3 times, fortunately, the position of the people, which is that nobody actually wants chat control, sort of won, and it didn't happen. I'm pretty sure it's going to come back again. So I think that's what we should expect, right? That they're going to just keep, like, nobody actually wants it, but law enforcement really wants it. They fantasize about it every night when they go to sleep, that they can, just do chat control, and it would make their jobs easier, I guess. So that's how they probably approach it. So it will be back in some way, shape, or form. And I think what people who propose this over and over again are kind of relying on is that we as people will eventually grow tired of the topic, and we'll just like let it happen and move on. Well, if it's up to me, that's not going to happen. So if the other thing that you can expect is that if it comes back, then I'm going to be here talking about it to you, and I'm going to do my best to spread awareness of it and to make sure that it doesn't happen with all the tools that I have in my toolbox. But hopefully it doesn't come back. Maybe I'm wrong, and then we can all just be happy. Thanks for the question, Rocio. I have to show this on screen. Uncle Lenin. Okay, task for you guys. Please create an image of Uncle Lem, who's actually also Lenin. You use some LLM.
It will be very easy. Very easy.
Create a good man.
We can make this AI image and make him Stalin. Like,
actually, yeah, there's some resemblance, a little bit.
Yeah.
It could be
Lenin, Stalin, and Sudo.
Yeah, and Sudo. Obviously,
Cool.
I'm sort of like sticking out like a sore thumb. Thanks for the comment, Bikram. Next one is also from Yadrian Zhu. I want to spread NIM everywhere in my city and beyond. I'm thinking of a prize option for bringing people to NIM, a free year of service. I'm still not entirely sure what you mean.
I think he's willing to be a part of NIM community.
Yes, look, if you mean, if you want to spread the word about NIM, right? You can invite people to our community. That would be awesome. But also, as I mentioned, I don't know if you listened to the previous community call. What I mentioned, it's a bit of alpha right now. We haven't made a lot of noise about it yet, but our NIM VPN referral program is coming. So actually, you can, if you want, you can already try it on our website. It's already there. We just haven't fully announced it yet. And the NIM Squad League component, which is the really cool part, which I'm very excited about, of the referral program is also coming with the next Squad League season, which is launching in about 3 weeks or so, where you can get token rewards for referring people. It's going to be really cool and gamified and excellent. So I'm not going to say more. I'm not going to spoil the fun, but no need for a free year of service. You can actually make some tokens and have some fun while doing so if you just join the referral program. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for wanting to spread the word about NIM.
Yes, thank you, Juan.
All right, next up is from Bikram. Once Kazakhstan was a part of the USSR, tell me more about Russian influence in Kazakh politics, people's rights in Kazakh. Is Kazakhstan fully independent from superpowers' influence?
Okay, I think that we are, as a country, are very good in negotiations, and the big root of Kazakhstan is balancing between 4 biggest regions in the world, which is US, China, Russia, and Europe. And we're trying to be a safe hub for everyone. Like, since from the USSR, Kazakhstan has been a um, country where Soviet government has been sending different people from of different nationalities. So you grow up here with Koreans on one side of the street, Germans on the other side, Russians are next door, uh, and many other nationalities living all together. So it's like it's like I don't know if it's real in the US, but like it's Hell's Kitchen. Whole Kazakhstan is Hell's Kitchen. So and that's what helped us to be very open-minded to different cultures, different point of views, and I think it affects the politics too. That's it.
Yeah, I would say so. Multiculturalism has caused all kinds of upheaval in Europe, and some people really hate it and say that it fundamentally doesn't work and yada yada. I don't know about that. I don't know whether it failed in Europe or if it's working. Or I'm not commenting on that. But what I can definitely tell you is that here it is working. So this country is crazy colorful. That there's people of all kinds of types and shapes and sizes. Yeah, it is like a Hell's Kitchen, like a big melting pot, and it seems to be working very well. So it's a very interesting place. And I also have to say that ever since I arrived here, I have this feeling that this country is like it smells like spring here, in like a not a literal, but in like an abstract sense. So I feel like Kazakhstan is going to go through some major. It already is going through some major growth, from what I understand, but it's gonna go places in the coming decades. So it's good to make some friends in this country, which is why I'm here, and also you, hopefully. All right. Thanks for the question. And I think that was the last one. And actually, on the dot, we arrived to the end of this call. We're on the hour. So, big thanks for everyone, or to everyone, for joining us today and listening in, and also thanks for the excellent questions. Wait, okay, no more questions so far. Thanks for the excellent questions. Hopefully you had fun listening in on the presentation from Dimash about Canary Tokens. You can read more on the websites that were shared. And also, if you have any questions, further questions, then Dimash is going to hang out in our Telegram. So, you can maybe ask them there as well. Big thanks for joining us today. It was a lovely presentation. Lem, you're about to say something?
His nickname is Celestial. You can find him in our chat by this name, and I think we will probably drop that presentation to the channel too, to make like everyone, if they want to look at it by themselves. Thanks for that opportunity to speak here, to be on this community call, to be in the history of NIM as a person who came to the community call, which is cool. I wish everyone, every OG in that community will do that too. I'm not the first one. I think Bion has been here before me. Okay, I hope one day Rocio, Bikram, and other Azani brother, Rustam, and all other people will make their pass here.
Amen to that. I also hope if I pop up in your country, wherever you are, then it's always an option to hang out together at one of these calls. Or if you don't want to come on a community call, we can also hang out outside of community calls. I will say though that Rocio has been on community calls, right, because she's doing her own actually. Yeah. So we have Spanish El Rincon de Privacidad. I think that's how. I'm sorry if I butchered it, but yeah. So Spanish community calls, I think, happen every 2 weeks, and stay tuned on the Spanish Telegram channel of NIM, where we are announcing them, and same setup, same YouTube channel, and you can hang out with our Spanish community as well. All right, I'm not gonna ramble on. Big thanks for listening in, everybody, and of course, actually, I'm gonna give you also the floor if you have any closing remarks.
Thank you everyone for being here. It was the questions were really good, and I would think about adding Canary token to a crypto wallet. Yeah, and if I found some way to do it, except the way that was suggested by them,
Yeah.
I will drop it to the chat. Yeah. Again, thanks everyone. Thanks you, Suda, and have a nice evening. Yeah.
Yes.
Day, evening, morning,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And don't forget the tutorial.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll drop it.
I won't forget the poem. I
Yeah.
didn't start this today.
Yeah,
I've been at it for some time. So the last thing that we have to do, of course, as you all know, is the little tradition which we have here at NIM. If you're new here, then just know that every time we hang out together on these community calls, we give out this little NFT to commemorate this event and to help you remember that we hung out
Can I
together.
take one for me? Like, I'm not on that side.
Yeah, we'll
am
arrange
I
it.
allowed?
Actually, that's a good question. Should we allow guests to also claim the? No, of course you can. Of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. Today's password is OSINT, which, as you remember, is open source intelligence, which is what Dimash is doing. He's an OSINT OSINT specialist. You need to go to the usual place, which is nim.com/go/poap. The link is a bit like cropped right now because of our camera, but you can find it in the chat. So go there, type in the password, all caps, OSINT, and then you can claim your POAP for today, which is actually, you can see the design here, which is a nice little canary. Not in the coal mine, but on a desk. So pretty cool, if I do say so myself. All right, ladies and gents, with that, I'm gonna wrap up. Lovely of you to join us today, and see you in a week.
See you. Bye.
Take care, everyone.